Have you ever thought about how one single, really common word could be undermining your relationships before they even get off the ground? Well, today we're going to dig into the hidden power of a word that, when you use it in the context of love, might just be a sign of failure from the very start. So, the material we're looking at today doesn't mess around. It jumps right in with a super bold, kind of challenging statement that really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. It's one of those lines that really makes you, stop and think. And there it is. Whoa. That's a pretty heavy statement, right? It's arguing that the whole mindset of settling isn't just some harmless compromise. It's like a fundamental crack in the foundation that's going to bring the whole house down. So, what makes this one word so powerful? To really get that, we have to break the word itself down. Because settling just carries so much negative baggage with it. It's not a word you use when you're talking about a partnership. It's the language of failure. This is the key. We're not just talking about what it means in a dictionary. When you talk about settling in a relationship, you're looking at your partner and basically seeing them as second place, the consolation prize, the good enough for now choice. It's a mindset that frames them not as a whole person, but as, well, a walking, talking deficit. Just look at these two completely different ways of thinking. The settling mindset, it's all a transaction. It's about what you're not getting. You see their flaws first, you focus on what's missing. The commitment mindset, on the other hand, is about partnership. You're looking at their value first, focusing on what's right there in front of you. It's about seeing the whole person and appreciating what they bring to the table. And this gets us right to the heart of the argument. This isn't just about thinking negatively. It's about a deep, fundamental disrespect that completely devalues a person for who they are. So let's just call it what it is. When you see someone you're with through this settling lens, it is an act of disrespect. Plain and simple. It communicates that you think you're better, that you're doing them a favor. And here's why it's so poisonous. You're taking a complex, amazing, flawed human being, and you're shrinking them down to a checklist. Their job, how much they make, their social status. It's like you're not in a relationship. You're running an audit. You completely ignore everything else that makes them who they are. And that's not partnership. That's condescension. It just plants seeds of resentment right from day one, for you and for them when they inevitably sense they're being settled for. This line from the source material, man, it just hits the nail on the head. A person's real value is in their character, their sense of humor, how they treat people, how they support you, all the things you can't put on a bank statement. And to reduce them to just that, it's the biggest disrespect of all. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time on the problem. It's a big one. But what's the fix? How do we actually shift away from this toxic mindset and build something that's healthy and is actually going to last? So what do we do instead? And look, the alternative isn't to just lower your standards or pretend red flags don't exist. Not at all. It's about a complete and total shift in your perspective, from just passively accepting what's good enough to actively choosing a real connection. It really boils down to these 3 steps. First, just change your language. Words create your reality, so get the word settling out of your vocabulary when you talk about people. Second, make a real effort to value the whole person. Don't fixate on their job title. Notice their integrity, their kindness, the way they light up talking about something they're passionate about. And third, this is the big one, see your partner as an active, enthusiastic choice that you make every single day, not a compromise you just kind of fell into. And that, right there, is the whole game changer. The goal isn't to find someone so perfect that you don't feel like you're settling. The goal is to find someone you consciously and enthusiastically choose, flaws and all, because their value as a person makes them right for you. That choice, that's where all the power is. So I'll leave you with this final question to really chew on. When you think about your relationships, past, present, or future, are you trying to build a true partnership? Or are you just trying to fill a position, looking for a candidate who checks the most boxes? The words you use, they might just give you the answer.